Question DS. If x times y squared equals -1, is x times y less than 0? Condition 1, y is greater than -1. Condition 2, y is greater than 0. Solution. Now we will solve this DS question using the variable approach. DS, two variables and one equation. Question. Condition 1, one equation. Condition 2, one equation. DS question with two variables and one equation. Let the original condition in a DS question contain two variables and one equation. Now, two variables and one equation would generally require one more equation for us to be able to solve for the value of the variables. We know that each condition would usually give us an equation, and since we need one more equation to match the numbers of variables and equations in the original condition, the logical answer is D. The answer could be A, B, or D, but the default answer will be D. Let's apply the three steps suggested previously. Follow the first step of the variable approach by modifying and rechecking the original condition and the question. We have to find whether x times y is less than 0 if x times y squared equals -1. The equation x times y squared equals -1 can be true only when x is less than 0, since y squared is greater than 0. Knowing the value of y could be sufficient to know whether x times y is less than 0 or whether y is greater than 0. The modification, which is the first step of the variable approach, is the most important. Make sure to practice this step. Doing so makes writing the GMAT that much easier and less stressful. Follow the second and third steps. From the original condition, we have two variables, x and y, and one equation. X times y squared equals -1. To match the number of variables with the number of equations, we need one more equation. Since conditions 1 and 2 will provide one equation each, D would most likely be the answer. Recall three principles and choose D as the most likely answer. Let's take a look at each condition. Condition 1 tells us that y is greater than -1. Therefore, y can be both positive and negative. If x equals -4 and y equals 0.25, then x times y equals -1, or x times y less than 0. We get yes as an answer. But when x equals -4 and y equals -0.25, then x times y equals 1, or x times y is greater than 0. So we get no as an answer. Since it is not a unique answer, yes in no, this condition is not sufficient. Condition 2 tells us that y is greater than 0. Now, when x is less than 0 and y greater than 0, the product x times y will be negative, as a positive number times a negative number equals a negative answer. So we get yes as an answer. Since it is a unique answer, yes, this condition is sufficient. Condition 2 alone is sufficient. So B is the correct answer. In some cases, A or B can be the answer. However, since we have one variable from the original condition, D is 60% likely to be the answer. So pick D when you run out of time or want to skip the question. After learning the variable approach, you will be glad to see the DS questions in the actual exam. Answer B.